It's Saturday morning. It's 8:30-ish. And we're going to go ahead and continue our mod auditing for Foundry VTT self-host server. I think we only have about 50 mods left, something like that. So, let's just jump right into it. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday morning. Got a good weekend planned. All right, 1, 2, 3. So here's our module list. Here's our key binds, and here are our settings. And part of this is we are forcing ourselves to interact with and acknowledge every single one of these mods, and decide do we actually need them or not. So that's quite a lot of mods. All right, it says here I left off at PF2e macro helper library. I don't think that's true. I think I'm past that. Let's see. I think the last one I did was PF2e party sheet helper. That's what it looks like. All right. Then next up we've got let's see. PF2e. There's quite a few that have PF2e, right? Party sheet helper. We're on PF2e ranged combat. All right. So PF2e ranged combat is an automation system. Let's take a look at it. Go here. A module for the Foundry VTT Pathfinder system that provides helper effects and macros for ranged combat. Okay. Well, let's see. Grab this. Just paste it in. Module is built for Pathfinder 2e system, which receives regular updates, and some of those updates may occasionally break the functionality of those modules. I'll do my best to fix issues caused by updates, but this may require losing support for earlier versions of the system. I mean, that's the fucking truth. Alright, what does it feature? Reload systems. That's good. Capacity and no barrel. If prevent firing weapon is not loaded as enabled, then you must also have the chamber loaded effect to fire a capacity weapon. You can use either the next chamber macro to switch to a loaded chamber if the weapon is already loaded with at least one round, or the reload macro to load a new round. You can fire a double barrel weapon as long as at least one barrel is loaded. Okay, I think that this is a cool mod, because if I was running a 5e game where there was high magic and bags of holding everywhere, things like that, I probably wouldn't bother with something like this. But in Pathfinder, where action economy is king, and they really want to reward melee combat, you want to keep track of like the loading. You want to be a little strict on it, right? So I think this can be very good. As a GM, I usually turn off the setting for myself, and then I just put like a little black dot on my guy to be like, hey, you don't have the stuff you need. But for the players, I do think that there's a certain immersion to like having to hit like reload, stuff like that. Might have been playing too much House of the Dead back in the 90s, but you know. You can almost hear somebody saying reload every time you hit the reload button on your hotbar. All right, so we're gonna go down to the settings for this. Let's see. PF2e ranged combat. All right. Chat controls, settings related to posting to chat. Post the full action or item. Post a small message describing what happened. That's what we have. It's simple. I like this, that it actually explains what the settings do. It's kind of awesome. Post ammunition in chat. Minimum permissions to see messages. I kind of think... we'll just let everybody see. That's fine. Yeah, that seems fine. Oh, wait. None don't post a message. Oh. Wait. Minimum permission to see is different than what does it actually post. Okay. Several functions of this module send messages chat. For example, reloading. This will hide those messages for players without the required permission over the actor performing the action. Hey, good morning, Cryptic Muffin. I don't know. I guess people don't want their chat junked up seeing somebody else reloading their gun, so that's fine. Ammunition system controls how the module checks and handles ammunition when making ranged attacks with player characters. Prevent firing weapon if not loaded. Advanced ammunition system. Player characters only track loaded ammunition for reloadable and repeating weapons. This overrides prevent firing weapon if not loaded. Ammunition system for NPCs. I have it turned off because if you're using if you're using monsters from the compendiums, not all the monsters in the compendiums have their ranged attacks set up. You gotta believe me here. Set up to work with this mod. So you go to like do stuff and it's just not working. Also, if you're controlling like 8 dudes, you don't want to have to reload 8 different dudes' guns. You know what I mean? Players control one person. You control the entire world. So I turned it off for myself. Ammunition effects. When enabled, the module overrides the system's handling of ammunition effects. When firing a weapon using ammunition with an effect is applied to the next damage roll. Using that weapon with the effects of the ammunition, changing the weapon's ammunition between firing and rolling damage will apply the effects from ammunition that was fired, not the weapon's selected ammunition. I think that's good. Advanced thrown weapon system. When enabled, the module will handle stacks of thrown weapons. So that drawing, sheathing, stowing one will create a new stack containing one item in the new state. The rest of the stack will be left unchanged. That's very good. Fake out controls how fake out works. I think Jet Re had that back in Outlaw Sunset. So, you know, that was cool. Fire weapon. Whether to actually fire a weapon when using fake out. Pathfinder Society rules specify that you do not. Which is kind of wild. But, you know, do you just shout bang really loud? I don't know how you are using fake out with a gun without actually firing it, but it's okay. Miscellaneous. Other settings from the module that don't belong anywhere else. Hide token effect icons. Yeah, it's fine. So, all those seem good. Let's head over to Pathfinder to PF2e. Nope, it doesn't have any hotkeys either. Good to know. All right, so we'll grab this. I'm gonna put that there's no hotkeys, and then I'll do a screenshot of these fine settings. All right. And part of why I'm doing the screenshots of the settings is so that I can, glancing through this document, have an idea of like, oh yeah, this is what my stuff is. If somebody were to message me and be like, hey, what mod is doing this or whatever. So let's see. I guess at the very end of this, I could just like make this document public. Be like, yep, this is what I'm using. Everything's the same. I don't think that would be a bad idea. All right, we got advanced, drone. I really love that the creator of this mod explained every setting. Like, you don't. This never this never happens. It's usually just like, here are the settings. They're esoteric in nature. Give me an occult check to possibly understand what I want you to do here. So yeah, very nice. All right, do this. Now there are some sick ass macros for this, so we're gonna go look at those real quick. Even though my compendiums are a fucking mess in this world. Let's see. You arrange yourselves alphabetically. All right. PF2e ranged combat. Here they are. So I'll take a picture of that too. Ooh. All right. And these macros, there are quite a few. They're all very good. Maybe there's less than I thought. Yeah, that's not too bad. All right. And I think I have all of them available for the players, so that there's no issue there. Think it sure looks like these guys are locked up tight, but permissions wise, I do think that they show up when you search, but I also think I put them in my world in a folder for them to use. So yeah. All right. Next up on the list is PF2e relics. Now, we were using this in Strength of Thousands. Basically, this is, I don't want to say an automation, but maybe it's a gameplay enhancement. It's for a very specific thing, which is relics, essentially customizable magic items. I haven't had occasion to use them in my other games. I had some relics hidden throughout the world in Kingmaker. We never got that far. Yeah. A simple compendium pack with all the current relic gifts that exist in the PF2e. Oh, so it's compendium. Alright. I think it's a gameplay enhancement too. We'll call it. It's a compendium. Alright, compendium. Here we go. Alright, a simple compendium pack with all the current relic gifts that exist in PF2e game systems. This includes some gifts already included in the base system, but are improved upon in terms of automation and organized cleanly in folders. Okay. Alright, sounds good to me. Any special settings for this guy? Nope. Alright. And any special hotkeys for this guy? Usually compendiums don't have any of this stuff. Nope. Okay. So, no settings and no hotkeys. Sweet. Alright, next up is PF2e, RPG numbers, and more. PF2e, RPG, numbers, and more. I believe this one is a requirement of another mod that I actually like, which is why it gets to stick around. Let's take a look at it. What do we got here? PF2e, numbers and more. A module that started to just show damage numbers when you attack, but now does other cool things too. That's true. All right. So this is a UI enhancement. And it's here at this address. Ah, okay. All right. What do you do? Tell us about your features. Go to the wiki to see the features. Wow. Okay. Critical hit animations. All right. About. Yeah, two different websites. Okay. This module exists primarily as a module for me to add cool stuff to my games and share with others. Alright. Damage numbers. Check and attack numbers. Token. Burst from Burrow. Burst from Burrow is pretty sick. Rotate on attack. Shake screen on attack. So this is also animations. Okay. So, animation and UI enhancement. Okay. Text. Finishing moves. Let me see it. Where's the finishing move? Oh, jeez. Okay. You died. Why don't we have you died turned on? Enemy felled, bro. All right, that's pretty cool. I didn't know it did all that. All right, RPG numbers and more. Enable critical animations. Enable cool animations to show for critical hits for yourself. Note, actors have options to have alternate image. Hide header button text. Hide text in the display of header buttons in the various places they show. Debug mode. I'm unsure. Apparently, I really didn't want anyone to have critical animations because I have it locked globally. I'm like, no, you can't have this. Notoriously, I hate having fun, so it would make sense why I locked that up. Let's see. Settings. Alright, let's go under the hood. Did it just play music when I opened the settings? Hold on. Maybe I'm just... Maybe I'm... Hold on. No, yeah, it's doing that. It's... Okay, it's kind of cool. This is kind of cool. Alright. Nice little flex there. But you could have made this window scalable instead. Just saying. Like, if you had to choose, you chose to do that. Alright. Enable the module. Enable actor settings button for players. What's the worst that can happen? Oop. Import some settings. Where are they? Oh, I don't have them. Okay. Table of contents. Oh boy. Got a lot going on here. Okay. Maybe this is the rest of my Saturday morning. Let's find out. I know that some of these Pathfinder ones are going to be deep dives, but like, yikes. Alright. So first page, we got damage numbers. Whoa, where am I? Are we just jumping around? Checks and animation. Oh, okay. This is like a fucking table of contents. All right. Oof. Enable damage numbers. You betcha. How big are they? What do they look like? Yeah, okay. Those are great. I think you did a great job with those. I don't think we need to get too into it. Again, you could have made this window bigger. There, nope. All right. Oh, let me piecemeal copy paste my settings here. It's gonna be a lot. All right. Time between seconds. What? GM only? Nah, man. Everybody gets it. Everybody can get it. Alright, let's keep going. Checks and animations. Enable RPG checks and attacks. Okay. Roll some check sound effects. Alright. Play on these rolls. Attacks only. Play for all outcomes. Crit success, success, failure, crit failure. This, yeah, I think I have this on, and I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Because even when I'm not looking at the chat, like, you can hear it. We could take the Baldur's Gate sounds. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. BG3 success sound FX. Give them to me. Noise. Dice result sound replacers. Nah, man. I want the real shit. 101 soundboards. The Baldur's Gate 3 collection. Alright. Not safe for work sound. This sound is marked as not safe for work. Yeah, play it, man.
A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I would not say that that's not safe for work. I mean, it is Gale, so he's going to ask you if you love him and if you want to have sex with him 5 minutes later. But still, God, I miss Baldur's Gate 3 sometimes. That was a good time. Yeah, it was a good time. I'm waiting for, like, the Curse of Strahd Baldur's Gate 3 hack mod or whatever to come out. Then I'm going to go back to it, I think. But really, I think we all know what we're waiting for. I think we all know what we're waiting for. Yeah, Celesta 2, that's right. Okay, how many sound effects could there possibly be? Fuck. Okay. Where's the dice rolling, though? I mean, I'm very happy to have discovered this fine board. More boards. Video game music. Jess Halson. Christ. Yeah. Perception success. Okay. Ugh, that sounds terrible. What? Okay.
I can't let you do that.
No. Man, who knew that such a treasure would be discovered this morning? All right, let's see. More boards. Baldur's Gate 3. You really just picked a couple that you liked, huh?
Bloody maniac.
Nice. That's a good one.
An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, give me that. Watch the advert to get 10 free downloads. 10 free You guys don't even own these sound effects. Oh my god. Alright. Thanks, I guess. 9 whole credits for me. I gotta pick carefully here. Since when does soundboards.com cost money? Wow. It really is just cyberpunk now.
A familiar feeling, like a kind word and a kind touch at the same time. It's warm and comfortable.
Mm-hmm. All right, this is just the music. Nice. I kind of feel like this is an important resource we've stumbled upon. But they're not giving us the sound effects for the dice, you know what I mean? Oh well. Oh well. Let's get back to work. Okay. I guess we'll just keep the sound effects as is. They're not terrible. They're not terrible. So let's see. Add that to my notes underneath the damage stuff. If you don't have these sound effects turned on for the dice rolls, I'm telling you, they're pretty nice. As the GM, I could be like not looking at chat. I could be like looking something up or like planning the bad guy's turn or whatever. And then I could hear like the ding or, you know, the kind of sound effects that plays. We got negative answer. We got drum. It goes, and then you got success, which is a little dung. And then for critical success, I think it just makes I don't know. I don't remember what it makes for critical success. I feel like critical success should definitely have a bit more fanfare to it. I'm gonna put a note here. I'm gonna say consider custom sounds. Might even change them per campaign. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, then the next one is token. Okay, token do a lot. Enable burrow burst animation. Enable burrow move animation. Burrow movement depth. You gotta be at -10 to trigger a burrow. And then hold duration. Hold duration. It's 10. Make a persistent hole. Animation size multiplier. Ignore burrow speeds. Okay, so only a creature with burrow would cause this to happen. We need to go to an actual map with, let's see, outdoor road. Okay. Yeah, I hear calendar. Okay. So the most burrowy of all animals is the boule. So we'll go grab the boule. I think he's allowed to exist still. Did they rename him like Rock Shark or something? Fucking kidding me, right? PF2e revised. What is boule? Boulette? Oh, it's boulette. Let's see. Let's try again. Be back. The boulette is a fearsome... Yeah, there it is. Okay. Get out here. Alright. I think for me that this is an art fail. Like, I just think that there's so many better boulets than this. I don't know, just They do so good on almost all their artwork for monsters. Well, for most of their stuff, but definitely for monsters. Alright. This creature is possessed of the burrow speed, so it would be flagged. We're gonna go into the earth. Oh, it happened! It did it! Alright, I'm gonna move. Oh my god! I had no idea. I haven't been using enough burrowing creatures. Look at that shit! Oh wow. Okay, that's pretty cool right there. It just and then he's gonna come to the surface. Ah, there's no explosion when you come to the surface? Alright. There's when he goes under, they got it. Levels, the attempted movement collides with at least one. Shut up. Alright. And then come to the surface, my son. Ah. I wonder if levels is getting in the way. Okay. I mean, this is pretty fucking cool. Yeah, there's it's definitely doing the burrow animation. It's not giving me the burst animation. But like, while you're underground and it's doing that, this guy likes boulets. Guy who made this mod, he likes boulets. Oh, that's so fucking sick. Alright. Wow, what was fucking cool is Alright. I got other stuff I gotta do today. This isn't a levels map, so I feel like levels shouldn't get to have any say I'm so close to just fucking uninstalling levels. I'm so fucking close. To just uninstalling it. Let's see. Where are these level settings that are being assholes? Darkness level, no, that's not the same thing. World Explorer, pathfinding, ambiance, lighting, levels don't disable lighting. When enabled, levels will not take control of light visibility. This option should be disabled. Ugh. Yeah, I'm very close. Very close to just getting rid of it. Alright, let's see. Play. He's up in the air, he's flying. It's good. He drops down. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. Back to it, I guess. Alright. So I would say that burrowing is good. That's good. Keep that as is. Let's see. Next up is rotate. You want to rotate on attack? You rotate on target? Do you return afterwards? Yes. Well, we don't want to rotate on target because we don't use top-down tokens. I have been thinking that top-down tokens, hear me out. Top-down tokens would be fucking cool. Because we have a mod where if you mouse over something, you get to see the art. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, you can still see your character art all the time, even if you have top-down. I don't know. At this point, after 7 years of not using top-down tokens, I don't know if I'd want to switch. But I think there's a lot of value to it. So, but then again, we don't really play a game with facing, except for beholders, so, which technically don't exist in Galarian anymore. Alright, let's see. Where did they go, you might ask? I don't know. Just gone. Let's see. Rotate on target is turned off and return. Alright. Screen shaking. Enable screen shake on attack. Seems good. Fucking everyone. Screen shake on damage. Intensity scaling equals to percentage of your current HP. I really like that. Scaling includes temp HP. Enable for GM. Yeah, why doesn't my screen get to shake? I'm gonna turn it on. I want my screen to be shaking constantly. Oh wait, grab this too. I want to be immersed too. Alright, I'll probably turn this off like the next time I play. I'll be like, why the fuck is the screen shaking so much? Target dodges. Enable target dodges. Okay. I don't know the specifics of this. Let's see. Where's target dodges? Here. Token. So target dodges. When enabled, causes the token to activate a dodge animation on any attack that misses it. Oh, I mean, why wouldn't you turn that on? That's fun. All right. Token damage shake. Enable token damage on shaking. Scale on current HP. Or no, percentage of max HP. There we go. Number of shakes, 7 shakes. Alright. Darkest Dungeon, Stress and Relief. Enable Darkest Dungeon, Stress Relief. That's like from, what? Hold on. I'm kind of curious about this. Token damage shake. Number of shakes. Where you just got this extra thing, he's not even talking about it? What? What the fuck is this? Friendly, hostile. Darkest Dungeon stress relief. What does that mean? Oh, he's got a little video hidden here. Oh. Wow, that's really cool. I mean, we don't need it. Is this how this dude is running his games? Oh. Wow. Okay. Probably why he doesn't even mention it in the thing. Okay. Let's, we're gonna put not in use. All right. Then the next setting for this guy is critical. And let's see. Enable critical animations. So these used to delight everyone. We used to be like, oh man, that's critical animation. And then they started like not triggering right away, or they'd trigger like 3 minutes late or something like that. So that's the reason that they've been turned off. So we're gonna leave them off. There's enough things to celebrate in Pathfinder when you get your critical hit. You don't need a fucking parade. Left off because they trigger inconsistently. All right. That's the whole section done. Text. Finishing moves. Enable finishing moves for players. Keep finishing moves on. Use player color. I don't know if we need fucking finishing. I'm gonna turn finishing moves off. All right. A finishing moves are off. What about FromSoft noun verbed? Show on end of encounter XP, font size, text enemy felled. What do we got here? You died. Show on death. I mean, that's fun. Believe that. Okay. So, assuming it actually plays on time and it isn't delayed. So we're gonna put keep an eye on this. Okay. Versus animation. Show on combat start. Show team names. That's actually pretty dope. I think there's a macro for this though. I think you can just do a macro if you want to run this. PF2e RPG numbers. Let's see. RPG numbers macros. Yeah, so we could just do it. Just do it here if we wanted to. All right. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Then we will save the changes. And I guess we could export the settings so that we don't have to set them up again. It's kind of cool. All right, let's see. All right. PF2e RPG settings. So let me go to here. Go to where's my Foundry VTT folder? Okay. Okay, gonna put our that. Change the color to orange. Side, and then I'll put this there. All right. Since we did make changes, we will save it out just in case. Are there any special hotkeys for this? There are. All right. So let's go here. Big settings. And we're gonna go here. Grab the little thing about hotkeys. Yeah, PF2e numbers and more had a lot of things going on. Toggle finishing moves. Shift Q. I don't even want that to happen on accident. And activate critical success animation. No, we'll just run a fucking macro if we need that stuff. So I'm going to actually turn them off for everybody. So I'm going to put disabled. We can just use macros when there's so many things that want your hotkey designations that you can get rid of some. You probably should. I'm going to put locked for all users. Okay. So we did it. We made it through that one. Okay. Let's go with PF2e C simple scale statistics. Okay. All right, so PF2e, C, simple scale statistics. Information can be found here at the GitHub. And what kind of mod are you? You are a UI enhancement. All right. Allows the GM to see where a creature's stats lie on the terrible, low, moderate, extreme scale. All right. This is what color codes the stats, and I think it's great. I would not say that it's like one of the greatest mods of all time. I could certainly live without it. But here, if we open up this Boule, and we have mark stats, you can see that Boule is very good at Constitution, and it's actually brokenly strong for a level 8 creature. It's pretty neat. And its Fortitude save is fantastic. It gives you a warning. And it says that it has extreme stats and nothing terrible, so it's in the top 5% cream of the crop for monsters. I think that this data right here of like the percentage of like monsters, I'd like to say that it's not true, but it also has extreme AC, and extreme strength. It's just a great monster, guys. All right. Anyways, I really like that mod. So let's see. It doesn't have any hotkeys affiliated with it. Makes sense. Let's see. See? Alright, so no hotkeys available. And then for settings, what is this little orange exclamation mark? Just want me to read my note. Since I didn't know there'll be no updates. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's go back down here. So RPG numbers, and then yeah, so there's 6 things here. All right. Toggle on and off. This can be toggled directly within NPC sheets. Mark with colors. I like colors. Mark with borders. Inset, groove, dotted, dash, solid. So the reason that they have this is accessibility reason, which I think is great. I don't know if I require it. I'm not colorblind, but I'm kind of curious what it looks like. PF2e interaction token tooltip integration. Colorize shadows around icons and text. That's fine. Treat broad weaknesses, resistances as higher. Will mark resistance 5 to physical as if it were resistance 10 to bludgeoning. Often high extreme instead of low terrible. This is an odd exception to include, but it helps identify when a creature is unusually resistant weak, since these broad IWR are much more impactful and are always expected. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Warn about guideline breaking statistics. Fully enabled. All right. Save it. And got over here, settings. And has it already changed? Let's see. It has. Oh, wow. I don't think I need the boxes and dots and all that kind of shit. So I will be removing that. Alright, so settings. I'm gonna turn off the weird borders and shit. Okay. See. Alright, let me try again. Yeah. I'm okay with just the colors. That's fine with me. All right, so we're cruising along. Next one is PF2e sheet link. Right. All right, so PF2e sheet link. This module offers game masters and players different ways to manage multiple actor sheets and get the most out of their available screen real estate. This is probably one that I am not doing anything with. Rolodex is a window that acts like a filing system or tab-based collection of other sheets. You can add sheets to the Rolodex by clicking the Rolodex option in the header of an actor sheets window frame. Tab link. This is a tabular way of doing it. It sounds great. I don't know why I installed this though, because I don't think I use this. Wondering if something else. Oh, maybe this was recommended for when we were trying to make things as accessible as possible for Dirk. Maybe that's why this is here. Alright, let's take a look. Sheet link. Enable sheet Rolodex. Sync with combat. Synchronize the Rolodex tab, order, and activate tab with the active combat encounter. Open NPCs with combat. Open the Rolodex with all NPCs when combat starts. Remove the sheet for an actor that reaches 0 while a combat encounter is active. Enable tab linking. Enables the tab link feature for this client, which allows 2 actor sheets to share the active tab selection. What? Okay. I'm going to turn on this. I'm going to turn on this. I'll just turn everything on. Alright. Sheet link says, open that Rolodex. Alt-R. But that competes with request role. Okay, so what if I did Control-R? I'm sure there's some other like Windows control that I'm not thinking of, but let's see. Yep. Reload. That's what Control-R does. It reloads your fucking page. Yeah, that's right. Hey, at least it wasn't Control W, you know? Could be worse. Okay, let's go back to the road. Door encounter. Road. Go to the fucking calendar. Okay. Configure key bindings. Let's see. PF2e sheet link. Yeah, I don't know what it could be. I mean, I don't really need a hotkey for it, I guess, but let's see. Alt Shift R. Oh, that's competing with more requesting roles. Okay. Alt T. That's release all targets. Let's see. Alt Q. Alt Q. Man. Could work. Alright. So let's grab some baddies. Put them in an encounter together. Alright. We'll grab... I need more NPCs though. So we'll do Sandpoint Devil also. Alright. Got these guys. We're gonna put them in a combat. Stealth initiative for Izek. Roll initiative using stealth. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna roll everybody else. And we're gonna begin the encounter. Where's my fucking Rolodex? Did I not enable it? Alt Q. What? Alright, hold on. Did I not save the changes before I accidentally reset the scene? PF2e sheet link. Oh, I never actually saved my settings. Oh, yuck. Yes. But now we're reloading because we wanted to, not because we hit the wrong button. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna close this. We're gonna go back to outdoor encounters. Alright. We're gonna make sure that Ameko is set to be a party ally. She is. Alright. Because I am curious how that will work. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna end this encounter. Alright, yeah. Join the party. Oh, fuck. Come on, guys. What is this? PF2e RPG numbers actor config sheet. What? Why is this popping up? Why are you showing me this? Okay. I thought I disabled this shit. Alright. Hopefully that doesn't mean anything. Alright, let's go here. Roll using stealth. Alright, roll everybody else. Begin combat. Whoa! What is this? Ameko got opened separately. I'm wondering if that's because party ally or whatever. Alright, so it shows me this guy's sheet. That's pretty cool. In my Rolodex. We go to Ameko. She's not on the Rolodex. We go to Sandpoint Devil. He's not on the Rolodex. So it doesn't feel like it added everybody to the Rolodex like it said it was going to do. I don't know how to get more shit onto the Rolodex. Ping the active actors token. Oh, that's pretty fucking cool. Alright, but I want more people on my Rolodex. Alright, hold on. Closing it. You. Only showing me. Yeah, right. Let's see. Immersion. So when I go to this Rolodex doesn't seem to be doing shit. Let's see. Like, I can open my own stuff. You know what I mean? Pop active sheet out of the Rolodex window. How do I put shit in the Rolodex? God. Settings. This Rolodex is about to get deleted. PF2e. I have had games where the whole screen is just fucking covered in stuff. Sync with combat. Enables, which allows multiple sheets to be grouped in a single window. Open NPCs with combat. Open the Rolodex with all NPCs. Synchronize the active tab to be move on death. Enable tab linking. I don't know. I don't know how this shit works. Just says the Rolodex is a window that acts like a filing system or tab-based collection of other sheets. You can add sheets to the Rolodex by clicking the Rolodex option in the header of an actor's sheet window frame. Okay. All right, so before I go changing all my settings, Alt Q. All right. Then where's the fucking Rolodex? Where is it? Tab link. That didn't do shit. Select another sheet or token of the same type to link. That's not what I want. No. Okay. What's this button do? Rolodex. Okay, but like, aren't you supposed to all get fucking added in there like right away? Like convenience feature. Let's see. Manage modules. PF2e. Also, why not just call yourself the Rolodex? Why call yourself Sheet Link? Okay. So, Mako. It will not add a Mako to the Rolodex. And I think it's because a Mako is a friendo to the party. If I make her the opposition, can I add her now? No. Is it because she is a unique? No. I wonder if it's because she wasn't that thing before the fight started? How useful really is it to have one character sheet that can be a bunch of different character sheets? Is a question I have to ask myself. I want to say it's pretty fucking good. I want to say it's pretty fucking good. But I need it to add. I need to add fucking everybody at once. That's what I need. Let's see. Sheet. Link. No, there's no macro to fucking do this. Synchronize the Rolodex tab. Blah blah. Open NPCs with all NPCs when combat starts. That did not happen. All right. What about my man Biff? Why won't you add Biff to the fucking sheet thingy? All right. Do I have to click this first and then do it? Could not determine the selected target sheet. It's fucking right there. All right. Oh, is it also because he's aligned with the party? Nope. Biff Jr. does not like the party at all. That's weird. Yeah, I'm just gonna uninstall this one. I'm not fucking around with this. PF2e sheet link. Uninstall. All right. So I'm gonna uncheck all this. We're gonna put this one out to pasture. Get out of here. All right. let's hop to it. We're gonna do the next mod. Okay, move this over here. And big controls. And settings. Oh, we can also end this combat. Alright, great. Okay. So let's see. Next up is PF2e. Skill actions. All right. Okay, so PF2e skill actions adds a button to the proficiencies tab to add all the skill actions your character is missing. I think this was fucking awesome. So I'm gonna put UI enhancement, and you know what? I am gonna give this one a go. I think this one's fucking great. If you were unfamiliar with how this one works, I will show you real quick. This. So you would go to character. I don't know, Shalelu. Just this only. I think it only works on player characters actually. Let's see. Yeah. You have to actually have a player character. If I go to Izith, maybe. There you go, buddy. We go here. There's a button right there. If you click it, it makes all the things that you don't have on your skills. So if we go back over here, huzzah! There they all are. Pretty neat. It's very subtle, but it's useful. Yeah, see, core skills. Add. Yeah, that's all it does. So I'm gonna put a picture of it. There we go. Okay. So let's see. PF2e. Subsystem theming, skill sheet links. There's nothing for that. I don't think there's any hotkeys. Really dumb if there was. Nope. So we're gonna put no settings, no hotkeys. All right, that brings us to the next one, which is PF2e specific familiars. All right, so put that in. That PF2e specific familiars. Adds compendium with a series of familiar abilities, defining each specific familiar. Dragging one of these abilities to a familiar actor will also add every other familiar ability granted to the familiar. Candies for the Sweet Beast familiars. Love it. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. And then we'll link to this. And then it is a, what is it? Compendium. So since it's a compendium, it probably does not have any settings. Nope. And it probably has no hotkeys. Nope. Good shit. All right. I love the familiar system in Pathfinder 2e. Sometimes the mod just isn't worth the effort. Fucking dude. Like, it's a mod that's supposed to make my life easier, but if I'm gonna spend like hours learning it, like, is it, I don't know. It better be really fucking good. And at that point, like, do I really need all of my stuff stored on one actor tab? I've been doing fine without it. I don't know. If I was desperate for it, I would learn how to use it. But Oh man, we finished that. We can switch to the good stuff. Nourishing. Okay. Next up is PF2e subsystem theming. Now this one I had high hopes for. I don't know if I've been using it or not. But when I read about it, I was like, oh hell yeah, this one sounds great. Let's see. PF2e subsystem theming. Alright. The GitHub provides no useful information at all. Which is discouraging. A lot of times you get a mod and they're like, I made this. It's like, cool, what does it do? They're like, they have this under visual effects. I feel like it would be a UI enhancement. Let's see. Manifest URL. Read the notes. Okay. Son of a bitch. Okay. Do you ever discuss what this fucking thing is? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, currently handles bestiary tracking and PF2e subsystems. Okay. Module handling the visual theming for other mods related to it. Oh, okay. I really don't know if we need this one then. Alright. Let's head back in then. Huh. This is PF2e subsystems theming. That's not the same as subsystems. Alright, subsystem themings, you can do custom themes. Default theme is light core. Sorry, core light. Theme, darker theme. Darker theme. I think I made darker theme myself. Yes. Okay. Alright. So I guess this is, yeah, it's just visual. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so then we'll go here and put settings. And I don't think there's any hotkeys for this specifically. So we'll go here. Do this. All right. What does darker theme look like? Darker theme is pretty dark. Dark and edgy. Okay. So we're gonna keep going then. Next one on the list is the actual PF2e subsystems. So that's this mod that actually does stuff. Okay, cool. PF2e subsystems. This is a UI enhancement, and it's located here. And what does it do? Foundry VTT module for Pathfinder 2nd. It adds handling for the various subsystems. You don't fucking say. Alright, there's a simple automatic process for modules to register the subsystem events. Create the subsystem events you want to have included with your module. Cool. All right, let's go back. Let's take a look at it. What subsystems do you want to handle? Ah. All right, chases. Allow players to edit their position, hide obstacles. Research. Hide the max RP of research checks. Infiltrations. Completely hide awareness from players. Auto apply awareness DCs. This seems very cool. I don't think I've ever used it a single time. Influence system. Auto reveal influence. Show perception and will to players. Alright. Let me go over here. PF2e subsystems. Open subsystems view. Okay. That's probably the first step in using this program. It's Alt S2. Who are you competing with? Potentially conflicts with the calendar widget. I gotta be a little bitch. Okay. Let's see. Shift Alt S. That's being used by more mini calendar stuff. What does it do? What does Shift Alt S do? Doesn't look like it fucking does anything. Yeah. All right. In that case, I'm gonna steal this. Here we go. I'm gonna do Alt S. All right. Subsystem influence time. What is this? Name and image. All right. What? I have to fucking search for it? Come on now. Alright, confirm. Alright. So. Okay. If only there was a place for GM notes. Like. Open a tour explaining parts of the subsystem. Sure. Alright. Create an influence event. Click to add an influence event. You can use the left and right arrow keys to navigate the tour. Edit influence event. Hover an existing influence event to access, reveal, hide, edit, remove functionality. Click to enter the influence event. Wow. Crazed inventor. Premise: you stumbled into the magnificent yet crazily dangerous workshop of Jiki Tabla, the inventor. He could quite possibly help you on your journey, but he seems passingly interested in you at best as he continues his work while moving around you as if you were furniture. A time limit is optionally shown for the event. The influence challenge presents 2 statistics. The party's attempts are typically compared against perception and will. It also details the premise of the influence event. Okay. Start event. This will open up this influence window for all online players. So you can run it. This toggles you into edit mode to set up your influence event. Macro. The third icon copies a macro you can use to open this event. Well, that's pretty fucking cool. Discovery. The suggested skills used by players to learn about influence skills, weaknesses, resistances, and penalties. The GM can click these to hide or reveal them to the players. The suggested influence skills used to gain influence points in the event. The GM can click these to hide or reveal them to the players. The DCs are influenced by any weaknesses, resistances, or penalties the GM has activated. Okay. The current influence points earned during the event. Here is where the GM can present the gradual results of the player's efforts. These can be revealed manually by clicking or optionally set to auto-reveal as the influence points reach the required total. Influence points can be raised or lowered using the up and down arrows. Okay. Weakness. Any potential weaknesses inherent to the event. The GM can click these to hide reveal them to the players. Clicking the right modifier section will lower the DC of all influence checks for a player while it's at it. Resistances. Any potential resistances inherent to the event. The GM can click these to hide reveal them from the players. Clicking the right modifier section will raise the DC of all influence skill checks of the player while it's active. Any potential penalties inherent to the event. Clicking the right modifier section will raise the DC of all influence checks for the players while it's active. I see. I see. It didn't save. It didn't save our Mako. Shit. It actually just closed the whole thing down. Let's see. Oh, that's the Rolodex that we're getting rid of. Not bad. All right. Alt S. There we go. Infiltrations. Let's go back to influence. All right. So we got this Mako here. How does one edit? Oh, edit this event. Discovery. Oh. That's not too bad, honestly. It'd be a lot of work to set up for every fucking NPC, though. But it would be nice to have them tracked. I mean, technically, they're tracked anyways if you just, like, paste them in somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. Because if I go here, I can just put her shit in this GM notes section, and then I can just track it there. You know what I mean? Let's see. New event, link existing event. Where are we linking this event from? Oh, here they are. Create new event, link existing event. Oh. See, and then you could have disposition here. I just think this overall is just better. I don't know. For certain things, though, for certain influence events, it could be very cool. I guess if you were willing to put in the work. Yeah. You could also use it for like the most important NPCs in the campaign. You could use it for that. If you had a campaign with a lot of NPCs, like my Skyhaven game, I don't know if I'd want to set this up for every single NPC. But like for a campaign with like some key figures, that might be worth doing. Like faction leaders, stuff like that, that might be worth doing. All right, next up is research. I do think research would be a useful one. All right, so this would be, what is the thing? The Hellstrom Bloom, some shit like that. Gotta add an image here. Go to user data, assets, support. Yeah. Let's see. Do support, new folder, 7 Ooms. All right. Is there art of the bloom? No, I mean it raw in the adventure. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. For now, instead of custom image though, I could just go here. Go to icons. Magic, fire, and nuclear bomb? Maybe. All right, we'll go with this and confirm. All right, so inside this. Oh yeah, this is fucking good. This is fucking good. Okay, I like this a lot. All right, edit event. Copy this to make a macro. Open a tour explaining this one. All right, create research event. Click to add a research event. Yep. Edit the research event. Hover an existing research event to access, reveal, hide, edit, and remove functionality. The current research points earned by the party, increase and decrease them. Research overview, the time limit for the research event, increase or decrease it. If you set the maximum time to 0 and edit mode, this section won't be shown. Okay. The narrative premise of the research. The three main sections of a research event are research checks, research breakdown, breakpoints, and research events. You can navigate between them. Okay. Start research. This will open up this research window for all online players so you can run it. This toggles you into edit mode to set up your research event. Macro, yep. Research overview, the suggested research checks the party can earn research points through. You can use left and right arrow keys. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me read that again. Suggested research checks the party can earn research. Okay. The currently earned research points out of the allowed maximum. The research breakthroughs. Reveal them to the players throughout the research event. Optional events that can occur during the research event at certain times, timings, or when certain things occur. If you don't add any of these, this section won't be shown. Okay. Research events can optionally have a related buffer. If this is set, there will be a button only the GM can see. Clicking that button adds a modifier to all research checks. This can be used as the result of an event, which can also be used purely as GM switch for arbitrary setups, since the event can be kept hidden. Wow, that's great. That is great. All right. Chases. Let's go. Name. Evade the mob. There we go. Go here, and we'll go here. Movement. This doesn't really feel like movement to me, but sure. Go. Alright. Evade the mob. Create a chase. Click to add a chase. Yep. Edit a chase. Absolutely. Narrative premise of the chase. The number of rounds the chase will last for and that current round. Okay. The participants in the chase. The numbers next to each participant is the obstacle they are currently on. Oh. Okay. You can move the whole PC party to the next or previous obstacle simultaneously. You can move them, all the NPCs, to the next or previous obstacles simultaneously. The checkmark lets you mark that they have acted this round. When you change the round, all checkmarks are reset. You can navigate between obstacles by clicking the left and right arrow keys, or the circular buttons. And players can only navigate between unlocked obstacles. GM can unlock obstacles by right-clicking the circular buttons or by using the optional big lock button. Okay. This will open up this chase window for all online players so you can run it. This toggles you into edit mode to set up your chase. The third icon copies a macro, blah, blah, blah. The large picture is for setting the mood for the obstacle, and a text containing the challenge itself, however you wish to present it. Oh, wow. You could really go hard on this if you had nothing else to do with your time. That'd be incredible. Let's see. Chase over. Sorry, if you were very dedicated to your prep for your game, you could make this incredibly cool. Keep of the chase points for the current obstacle. Increase and decrease them between players. Okay. Chase overview. A normal text editor so you can get roll buttons through normal methods. Ah. Okay. Alright, alright. That's pretty fucking cool. Okay. That is pretty fucking cool. I like that quite a bit. So you have to actually like code the checks, which is fine. It's fine. You just drag actors in, huh? Boop. Alright, love that. Fucking love that. Okay. It's very cool. This is very fucking cool. That's, yeah. Wow. Okay. And then we got infiltrations. Alright. So infiltrations is sneak into bed. Alright. And let's see. Commodities. Furniture. No. Equipment. No, that's what you wear. Sundries. Survival. Just do that. All right. I'm curious, is there something like 5e tools for PF2e? Gold for XP. It's even better because it's not in any way a questionable service. Hold on a second. It's called Archives of Nethys. You do not have to buy a single Pathfinder product ever if you don't want to. Everything is free. Oh, okay. So gold for XP. I'm about to blow your fucking mind, son or person. Everything is already inside Foundry. Foundry and Pathfinder are already like best friends. So when you start using Foundry, you automatically have access to everything. Everything's already there. Yeah, like everything. Everything is already there. If they release a new book, that new book is added to Foundry for free. Everything. Yeah, there are some things that you can pay for. Like you could pay for like token packs that automatically apply like token art to everything, things like that. But like the mechanics, the actual like Character sheets? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. But this is the online database if you want to check that out. But yeah, just default when you get it, you just like open up the browser, the compendium browser, and like it's all there already. Like everything's just there. It's incredible. I'm a huge fan of the support Foundry has for Pathfinder. It's the ultimate selling point, really. All right, let's check out infiltration. Create infiltration event. Click to add an infiltration event. Yep. Edit infiltration event. Hover an existing infiltration event to access, reveal, hide, edit, remove functionality. Click to enter the infiltration event. During infiltration points are accumulated as players pass obstacles. The total sum of points is shown here. Awareness points. During an infiltration, failures can amass awareness points that make the event more difficult. You can change the default awareness point breakdowns in the module settings and or edit them on a particular infiltration event. The up and down arrows alter the publicly known awareness points. The diagonals alter the hidden awareness points that players don't know about. As a GM, you can check the consequences of awareness breakpoint at any time. By default, breakpoints are revealed to players when the awareness points get high enough, and any increases to the obstacle DC is auto-applied. Both of these behaviors can be changed in the module settings. I'm also curious, what's this infiltration subsystem thing? Yeah, so you know how like Final Fantasy VII is just like nothing but mini games. Pathfinder 2e has a lot of built-in mini games. So basically, you can do everything in combat initiative if you wanted to, and you could do everything with a grid-based map if you wanted to. But there's a lot of things that would be more interesting and more cinematic, and they would be just a nice change of pace if you use like a 4th edition D&D skill check challenge, like a skill challenge. And so they have these specialized skill challenges. So infiltration would generally be used if you're trying to be sneaky, right? You're trying to sneak in past some guards. And it allows you to do infiltration in a more creative way. So like maybe some people are causing a distraction, and some people are wearing a disguise, and some people are using magic, and some people are using traditional stealth skills. So it kind of creates an opportunity for everyone to do an infiltration mission, even if normally they wouldn't be able to do a very good job on an infiltration mission. And then they've got a system for chases. So like if you're getting chased through the city, or if you're chasing down an escaping enemy, there's actual way to track, like, are you going to catch them? Are they going to get away? Are you going to get away? Are they going to catch you? It's really good. The influence system is basically like dating game simulator. So if you like Baldur's Gate 3, where like Asterion approves, Shadowheart disapproves, that kind of thing, they have basically a mini game system for that called the influence system, which is pretty cool. And you can also use the influence system long term to track like relationship throughout the campaign, but you could also use it in a very clear cut like encounter. Like you guys have 1 hour to win over the queen, so that she would approve this thing, and if she doesn't, then you failed the mission, essentially. So you could use it in a number of different ways. It's very, very cool stuff. Yeah. It basically takes something that might be a little tedious to run in a traditional manner. It just gives you an alternate way of doing things. It also lets you kind of vary the gameplay loop a little bit, which is nice. All right, edge points. Players earn edge points during a possible preparation phase. They can then use them during the infiltration event to increase their chances. Normal edge. An edge can be expanded to read the context should... Systems are great. I have no experience with Pathfinder, so I'm interested to learn. A system I'm learning has subsystems like this too, not just for stuff like that, but not just for most criminal activity, but also auto-resolving, dungeon delves, wilderness exploration, siege combat, and mass combat. Yeah, towards the end of running like 5e D&D, when I was getting the groups up to like the really high levels, we were kind of like, let's move things along. So we did start turning some of our dungeons into just skill challenges, you know, just narrative skill challenges. I'm actually doing that on my Monday night game. They're on an adventure right now that's just theater of the mind skill challenge. Even though it's going to be a dungeon, it's going to be a theater of the mind skill challenge dungeon, so that they, you know, because you eventually get tired of doing dungeons. And so it's nice to kind of mix the gameplay up a little bit. All right, an edge can be expanded to read the context it should be used in. Let's see. Fake edge. Some preparation activities have the secret trait. When these fail, the players will see the description of the edge as if it had succeeded. The GM can reveal the actual failure description at any point by clicking the eye icon. A used edge that has been used or crossed over. Premise notes. As a GM, you can swap the lower section of the sidebar between infiltration premise and private GM notes. By right-clicking on a tab, you can pin it as the default view. This can be useful if you have import notes for how to run the event and you don't want to miss. Oh, he remembered. He remembered to drop that fanspiration. Nice. See, I thought I had turned on like all sorts of like loud, obnoxious like alarms and shit that would like announce that you had like done that. They're obviously not working. There we go. All right. The narrative premise of the infiltration event. Tabs. An infiltration event can have an optional preparation phase. As a GM, you can access and set up the preparation phase in the second tab. Players can see and access it if you set it as active with the button inside the tab. Toolbar. This will open up this infiltration window for all online players so you can run it. Edit macro. Objectives. To succeed in an infiltration, the group must complete a number of objectives. You can navigate between objectives by clicking on the circular buttons. Players can only navigate between revealed objectives. GMs hide revealed objectives by right-clicking the circular buttons. You did, because I'm only going to be doing this for about 15 more minutes this morning, because I got, you know, other stuff I want to do today. Let's see. Though I did say that I was going to finish the mod audit and setting up the other two games for Foundry by the end of the month, which means I have like 7 days. So might be back tomorrow working on this stuff. Each objective has a number of obstacles for each player. I knew that these Pathfinder ones were going to get beefy. We haven't even gotten to Tool Belt, which is probably 2 hours of stuff just by itself, and then Workshop, which is another like 2 hours all by itself. But hey, I mean, if we have the tools, we might as well know 100% what the tools do. Let's see. Opportunities. During an infiltration event, the players can come across certain opportunities to aid their efforts. All opportunities show a requirement that must be met before the opportunity should be revealed to the player via the button. Complications arise during an infiltration. All complications have a trigger for when they occur. GMs should reveal the complication to players at this time via this button. Preparations. In the second tab, the Preparations tab, the GM can enable preparation stage for the event. The GM can set up preparation activities for the players to interact with. Default activities are initially added, but they can be removed or edited. There's a toolbar to add custom preparation activities or reset the activities to their defaults. All of the available preparation activities are here. Open them up to check their details or remove them while in edit mode. Activity overcome. The suggested skill check for succeeding at a preparation activity are shown here. Often there are multiple options of DC adjustments available to the GM. If there are DC adjustments, then one has to be chosen to enable the roll buttons. Okay. Activity. Results from activity can be selected up to the maximum allowed attempts. Every time you select a result, you automatically create an edge in the left sidebar from it. Ooh-wee. Okay, that is a lot. All right. This is a very nice mod. This is a very nice mod. Okay, so PF2e subsystems. I'm gonna leave a little note for myself. Create a template for each type of subsystem, including as many skills and saves as possible, especially for chases. Also, populate a folder with scene images and icons for chases, research, and infiltration. Okay. That's fucking cool. Let's see. Then we got here settings, of which there are a great many. A great many. All right. Chases. For now, I think I'm just gonna leave everything on the default and see what happens from there. But like, I've got somebody doing research in my Skyhaven game, for example, and it would be really cool if we could just track it like this and then give them a little macro to open it up and stuff. All right. Default awareness and breakdown for infiltration. Shit. All right. Fantastic. All right. What a great mod. And then the hotkey for this is quite important. Let's see. It is Alt plus S. All right. I'm gonna lock that for everybody. Go. All right. We can do one more, maybe. Depends on what it is. Sustain reminder. This one's pretty straightforward. All right. PF2e sustain reminder. This is definitely a UI enhancement, and it's also, well, it's really just automation, isn't it? So we'll put automation. A reminder about sustain spells. Yep. Seems good. I don't think it does anything else. Let's see. Sustain reminder. Use chat. Agree. It's settings. Loose. Any hotkeys for this bad boy? Nope. Alright, so no hotkeys. I guess we could try to do one more. We've got 9 minutes. Let's see what we got. Oh, is that the sun outside? All the ice is gone? Oh man, we made it. We made it through. Maryland we just got fucking wrecked. Pretty much all of February. We just got fucking wrecked. Just ice covered everything. It didn't go away. It wasn't snow. It was just ice. It was like it looked like a video game level when you would go outside. Everything had this kind of eerie, like, sheen to it, just covered in ice. It was crazy. Oh, also, gold for XP. If you're interested in learning more about Pathfinder, there's a lot of people on my Discord server that love talking about Pathfinder. So if you wanted to have some peeps to talk to about it, yeah. We're getting more now. 6 inches, another 1 to 2 feet this weekend. Jesus Christ, dude. No thanks. No thanks. I'm a Mediterranean climate kind of guy. You know, I grew up in Italy. I went to middle school in Monterey, California. Finished high school in the Pacific Northwest. You know what I mean? Like, I like it to be pretty moderate all the time. That's what I'm after. Nothing, you know, I'm not asking for much. You know, maybe retire to Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? Like, just nice weather all the time. I'm not asking for much. It can rain sometimes. That's fine. Ugh. New England. It's too much spooky eldritch horror up there for me. Too much horror in general up there. Alright, let's see. The next one is... Oh no! It's PF2e tool belt. We do not have time to do tool belt today. There's no way we could do tool belt in 7 minutes. That's crazy. There's like an entire Wikipedia for this thing. Alright. Alright, so this is, I'm just gonna call it a system overhaul. I don't know what else you would call it. Alright. PF2e. Learn more here. What? This module is a collection of features. Yeah, it sure is. Okay. Alright, let's get to work. Actionable, anonymous, automated rune progression, better actor sheet, better inventory. There's a lot. There's a lot going on here. Droppeth, giveth, hero points. Show 8 more pages? Oh my god. Identify things. Merge changes. This is a lot of stuff. Underground settings. Okay. Yeah. I might have to do this later. See, there's so much. I knew this was going to be one of the beefiest boys in the stack. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna say that this is definitely where our journey ends for today. Maybe I could do a different mod. Troops, usage updater, visioner. What do we have left? Like, where are we at? Maybe I could jump down to the end and do Z-scatter. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so Z-scatter is a UI enhancement. Right? Controls enhancement? guess it's control. Well, all right. Automatically force snap tokens into the same square for better management on the grid. Man, that's what it does. It's fantastic. I'm going to copy this little GIF and I'm going to put it in my notes. Aw. Don't want to work like that? All right, hold on. I'm going to save this GIF. Then I'm going to import it. Image, upload from computer. Yeah. All right. And then let's see. There's no hotkeys for it. There are some settings for it. All right. Let's see. Scattering. How much will the token scatter around? Ignore special cases. Dead or incapacitated tokens will not be snapped. I like that. It does make it hard to find what you're looking for, but it's all good. All right, so settings. All right. I guess we could work our way up from there. World Explorer. No, this one's a little complicated. Wizards Plus though. We could talk about Wizards Plus. All right, let's talk about Wizards Plus. All right, so let's see. We're gonna put World Explorer, not finished. And then we'll put Wizards Plus. And Wizards Plus is a compendium. And this is what it does. Learn the secrets of the arcane like never before. Sure. I'll just say that that's what it does. All right. There wouldn't be any settings for wizards. Nope. Let's see. Are there no settings for World Explorer either? What? It says World Explorer right there. But then I go over here. There's no actual settings for it. So I guess World Explorer just does what it does. So we're probably going to need to read over that one. Okay, my 2 hours of music has ended, so I must be pretty close to my 2-hour mark. So Wizards Plus, obviously, it's got no settings, and it's got hotkeys. Right. I'm gonna put not finished. You gonna learn. X crawl shit. All right. Then I have successfully stalled out, not done any of the major ones. We could do Witches Plus too, real quick. Yeah. Just to get it done. Witches definitely need Witches Plus, let me tell you. Like, I've never seen a class fall that hard. Like, Summoner First Edition Pathfinder, broken. Absolutely busted. But I do feel that the Summoner in Pathfinder 2e is good, right? I do think it's good. It's not busted, but it's good. Witches in Pathfinder 1, busted. Witches in Pathfinder 2, okay, I guess. Like worse wizard. Like, do you want to play a worse wizard? Here you go. And wizards, I mean, without Wizards Plus, they're not even that great. So being a worse wizard, that feels kind of bad. Anyways, maybe I'm just biased. Maybe that's just my bias against them. Let's see. Witches Plus. I like witches, and I wanted witches to be really good, so I was a little underwhelmed with witches, and then they made changes to witch recently that I don't agree with either. So I don't know, man. Let's see. This, that in there. All right. So we're making progress. Look, you can see that we got Wayfinder, and then if we scroll up, okay, there's still a lot. There's there's just a lot of mods left to go. This is gonna be a long weekend. All right, I will probably be back tomorrow evening. Yeah. Witches require a lot of sustain management and making the most use of familiars. Most classes are just base classes with extra step. Yeah, like I liked Witch a lot. And like I would try playing a Witch again, but I'd be more likely to play a Witch in a game that was using Witches Plus for sure. So, all right, I'm gonna go for now. I might be back later on this weekend. If I'm not back later on this weekend, I'll be back on Monday to do some prep for Stolen Fate. I believe we are currently doing some time travel into one of the most historical and important events in the history of Galarian, so I'm pretty excited about that. Tuesday, we've got 7 Dooms for Sandpoint. They are finally at the pit. They are standing at the cusp, at the front door, at the entrance to the hole. So the rim of the pit. And then Thursday, we've got Skyhaven, so we'll be doing some prep for that. And then Saturday morning, if all goes well, I'll be back here doing a little bit of prep before we have our watch party for Record of Lotus War, which is going to be pretty fun. Not streaming it, it's a private event. But if you are on our Discord server and you are interested in joining us for our private viewing of Lotus Wars, please hit me up for more information. It's free for everybody anybody in the community that wants to join. Tonight we've got the harrowing. Next Saturday, probably the last harrowing. So next Saturday gonna be pretty busy. We got prep in the morning. We got Lotus War all day. We've got probably the finale of the harrowing. So it's gonna be a pretty busy time. Whew. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will see you next time.